Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? We are Gifted Eyez Podcast. This is your captain speaking. I'm P the Pilot, also known as Pilot P, and I'm here with my co-host,
JD.
I'm here with my other co-host,
R3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we start, I actually want to check in with y'all. Actually, before that, I need y'all to do a little something for me. Number 1, hit the subscribe button.
Bang.
Number 2, hit the notification bell.
Bang.
Number 3, hit the like button. Because, you know,
Boom.
the YouTube algorithm, when how do you say that?
Algorithm.
Yeah, that word. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not a words guy. And number 4, tell me something about your life. What do you like to do? Hobbies, favorite food, anything. Because we're trying to get to know you like you're trying to get to know us. So now we're going to jump in to our topic.
Word. So little basics, about me. I go by JD. I'm from Cambridge. Right now I currently work, but a little more, lighthearted stuff about me. I like to, work out, play sports, chill with my guys. Just work on myself in all areas of life, spend time with family, stuff like that. As we go with this podcast, y'all learn a little bit more about me. But how about y'all? Like, what's the intro about yourselves?
My name is R3. Y'all can call me R3. Anyways, I'm from Situate, Massachusetts.
Middle of nowhere?
Yep. The water. It's water and woods. I met JD at UMass Dartmouth. And then, I
don't
met.
know you.
See, you don't know me.
You see how fast they switch up?
Right?
Got to, but I don't know him, bro.
And then, I met, Peter Pilot over here from, knowing JD. So, we've known each other for a while now. You want to talk about yourself?
How about you, P? How about you?
So, again, Peter Pilot, also known as Pilot P. Usually everyone just call me P because it's just easier. But yeah, I go by P also. Born and raised in Cambridge, project baby. Seen a lot of craziness growing up, but also witnessed and received a lot of like blessings in my life. A lot of success. So so grew up in Cambridge my whole life. Lived in different countries as well. Shout out to college, shout out to Bentley University, because without going to that school, I would have never lived in multiple countries. So that's a blessing. And that's something that I heavily promote. I'm a big fan of traveling. I love food. I feel like food.
Where you been?
I see. I didn't want to flex, but
Where you been?
He about to flex.
Just a little
You
bit.
been to Watertown.
Nah, but like the countries I've lived in, I lived in Argentina for a month and a half, Chile for a month and a half, and then, and then Brazil, specifically Rio. And Rio is like the Miami of Brazil. So it gets crazy. It's bigger, better, and they treat you way nicer, especially if you're American. So that's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? But yeah, I'm huge into vacations, traveling, and food. Mainly because the foods. I think the food says a lot about a culture. For an example, like I know in European cultures, like they're really big on like stews and soups because it's colder up there. You feel me? And then in like Caribbean culture, they're really big on like rice. The meats and stuff like that. So I'm really big into culture. I'm really big into learning about people. So yeah, I'm a person who likes to go out and just meet new people, and I like meeting people completely different than me because they make me think differently. So yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. You feel me?
Word. But yeah, let's get into it. Why'd you guys want to start doing a podcast?
That's an amazing question.
I mean, for me, it would be, especially with like, all the things going on right now in the world. I have a lot to say about it. Not only that, I have my own idea about how life should be lived, or how, to improve it, kind of thing. And, I want to speak on that, talk about it, and I feel like the best opportunity to talk about something is a podcast. So that's what I would have to say about, wanting to make a podcast.
I agree with that 110%. It's funny because, like, we were into podcasts before it got really popular. Like, I feel like recently it got really popular. But we were into it before the wave. But we would like share it with our friends and stuff like that. And a lot of our friends were like, yo, why don't you also just start a podcast? And when someone brings out an idea, be like, that's a cool idea. But we didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
Then we started talking. We was like, yo, we could talk about, and the topic of this podcast is self-improvement. So, and that's something that we're all passionate about. So we was like, yo, let's pick something that we want to talk about, and self-improvement was the topic. And we was like, yo, we could really do this. So we just,
I think it was like, I was talking to JD, and I was like, I want to make a podcast. And then he was like, oh, well, yeah, P wants to make a podcast too.
Exactly.
Like, oh, shoot.
That's crazy. It's actually crazy. I think it
totally.
was probably like a year and a half ago or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because I think Peterson always wanted to do something. He always wanted to do something.
Always on the move. He always
on the move, always want to do something. Richie always got ideas.
I'm trying to live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. So P was, he was thinking about different, avenues to go. And Richie does the same thing. He always got business ideas and stuff like that. But, eventually they both said the same type of topic. And I watch a lot of podcasts, listen to them, still do.
Yeah.
You can learn from them, and that's what this platform is for. We're trying to learn, but also teach others ways to self-improve, and, just trying to expand on that. But yeah, it was perfect how they both, like-minded people trying to, elevate in life, trying to go somewhere.
Literally.
So, combine them, and they already knew each other from, this college. So I think it was a great opportunity and great, combination of people.
Exactly. That's literally everything. You feel me? So people were, the streets were asking,
Massive.
we were talking about it. So it's just everything in one,
Yeah, not for real. But like, what does self-improvement mean to you both?
Self-improvement?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I would say like anything that, betters myself in any category, really. Life has many categories. It could be, bettering yourself spiritually, religiously. It could be, physically, mentally, financially, anything that betters your way of living, or your way of thought. Different. There's a bunch of categories, really. And, that's what I would have to say, self-improve. Anything you can improve yourself on,
Yes, sir.
Word.
Self-improvement, I think. So I guess if you boil it down, I think of like natural selection, survival of the fittest. At the end of the day, let's say we just boil it down to the basics of living things. We want to live. First, we want to survive, and then we want to live. You feel me? So I think self-improvement is creating that foundation to survive and then transitioning to living. Because I feel like there are a lot of people who are just surviving and not living. You feel me? So
how to be the fittest.
Exactly.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. You feel me? So I think a lot of times people just forget that you're not just here just to work and pay bills. You're here to thrive in life. And if you can find ways to like lessen that burden, especially financially, because that's basically what the whole world is revolved around nowadays. So the goal is just to live, and to be able to live, you got to continue improving yourself little by little in all aspects, like R3 said. So it's like health, fitness, any category you could think of, you should consistently try to improve that. So that's what self-improvement means to me.
Now, you guys made some great points. First thing that comes to mind for me is probably like, what's your weaknesses? Trying to identify them first, and then trying to work on them. You don't necessarily have to improve on them so fast, like quickly within like a week or two. Good, but like just trying to be consistent on working on them. That's like, I feel like that's the most important thing you could do. Like, for example, if you want to get better at, like, let's say writing, read as well as write. Look at techniques over time, a period of time, and practice. Not just study it, but you got to practice it. So yeah, that's just working on your weak areas so that you're more of a balanced person overall.
Yes, sir.
What's crazy is everything is improving itself. If you think about it, like iPhones, this is iPhone 13. We at iPhone 13, you know what I mean? Like everything's
You're rich, bro.
Everything's trying to.
I got the two.
I'm financing this.
We don't want to do that anymore. Just remember that. We learned from our mistakes.
Yeah, but anyways, everything's improving itself. You got companies improving themselves. Not only that, you want to hop on that wave yourself.
Of course,
self-improve yourself.
But yeah, last question. How do you think people perceive self-improvement? Like, how do people view it? I can start that one. Yeah, I got it. Perceive it. I think it all really depends on the individual, like where they are mentally in that period of time. Like, if they're very happy, maybe they want to work on a certain area, or they want to just chill. But maybe if you're like very sad, down, you might not even want to, not want, but like it might not even be in your, your vision or your thought process. So
Valid.
Like, really depends on like where you are in life. But like, let's say you're in a very balanced place and you do want to work on your weaknesses. That's like, it's hard. It's hard to get over the hump and really try. But the best thing I could say is like make it a habit, and just constantly try to do it even when you don't want to. It's easier said than done, but that's what it is.
I would have to say, a lot of people, I feel like it's not that they don't appreciate self-improvement, but I feel like they're self-improving themselves unconsciously, and they don't even know that they're doing it. And, you see a lot of people, they're like, oh, I suck at this, blah, blah, blah. I can't do this. But they're improving themselves in something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He did a mic drop.
I caught it, though. I caught it. They should have.
You're a clown. But anyways, everybody's, self-improving themselves unconsciously, if you think about it. Like, you don't even notice you're improving yourself in a certain area. And you're thinking about another area, and you're thinking about that area that you have improved in. And I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate self-improvement, really. It's not that they don't appreciate it. It's that they don't see it in themselves a lot. You see that a lot. And you're improving. People are improving, and they don't see it.
Yeah, that's fire. Something that I'm thinking about is just taking what JD said and taking what R3 said. Self-improvement doesn't always have to be hard, because there's a conscious path where, like, okay, I'm going to game plan. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to achieve this goal. Or there's like the subconscious path where it's like, I know that, I need to save money. Let me not go out as much. And then over time, you're like, let me just stay in. Let me just do something that doesn't require money. You feel me? And literally your lifestyle starts to change slowly, and you're not even thinking about it because it just becomes natural at that point. You feel me? So with self-improvement, it doesn't always have to be hard. I think a lot of people overthink it because they want a certain goal, and a lot of people are just impatient. I think it's one reason is because, that we want everything now. That's just natural instinct, and technology is just boosting it up even more. So now, like, if you could call an Uber, it'll be at your front door in 2 minutes.
It's crazy. Less than 10 minutes. Taxis back in the day, You never knew when that
You
thing
never
was
know,
coming,
bro.
for real.
You would
Yeah.
have to walk to like the other side of the city to get a taxi.
Yeah.
That defeats the whole purpose of a whole taxi. Or you have to call them.
Shit, or walk in front of them.
Exactly.
Try to stop him for real.
So like, and everything is just so convenient. Everything's so fast. Everything's so quick. And like for an example, like your Amazon order now they do 1 day shipping. Who would have
Yeah.
thought, bro? 1 day shipping. So
I need to be 5 minutes though.
see,
I hate waiting. I hate waiting.
so again, everything is just so instant. People think you have to do a lot in a short amount of time, which is not true. Like JD said, take it step by step, build those habits, and then when you build those habits, then you're gonna see those improvements. You feel me? So you're not gonna go to the gym and lift 500 pounds one time. Maybe me, but I'm a different breed.
I knew you
He's
were
a
gonna
hater.
say
He's
that.
a hater. He's a hater. But I'm a different breed. You feel me? But
knew.
all jokes
Yeah.
aside, it's like you really gotta put in the work and just take it day by day, little by little, and eventually it's gonna just keep growing. But yeah, so self-improvement doesn't always have to be hard. Enjoy the process. I'm telling you, when you enjoy the process, you're gonna see even more improvement. You feel me? So that's like my little spiel on
Trust
how-
it too.
Exactly.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Enjoy the process. Get guidance. Get wisdom. Keep tapping into us because, for an example, we're gonna be talking about money.
It's funny you say that too, because you do see that a lot. Like a lot of people, they're trying to, when they're trying to improve on something,
Yeah.
they don't trust the process and they end up getting like they stop doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? With a lot of things, and just trust it. You
Just
gotta
trust it,
trust it. And enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Enjoying is big.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
that's what makes it keep pushing.
not for real. A lot of times, like, depending on where you are in life and what you're trying to accomplish, like, that end result is not going to fulfill you 100% because there's always something next. You know what I mean? So, like, trying your best to enjoy the process, like, every single day in, day out. Find the little things that, you got to do. If you're able to enjoy it, that's great. If you're not, try to enjoy or try to find something else where, like, you can really take from that moment every time, because the result at the end of the day is not always going to be able to fulfill you, even though it might be something big like a championship or like, a payday or some type of raise. But nah, so what you're saying definitely makes sense. Definitely does.
And I think like a personal example of it is like this podcast, like starting. It took a lot of planning. It took a lot of money, but I'm doing it with the people I want to do it with. You feel me? So that's like, let's say this podcast fails. We still tried it, and I'm doing it with the people that I want to do it with. You feel me? So like, I'm enjoying the process no matter what we have to do because editing takes. JD handles most of the editing. It could take hours. You feel me? And sometimes it could take 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, we're still doing what we want to do because we're trying to live.
Hey,
You feel me? We're trying to thrive in life, and yeah.
but I think Kobe once said, doubting is pointless.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, how life works is you're either gonna succeed or fail at something. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
LeBron said that.
That was Kobe.
Put money.
Oh
I put money right now.
LeBron said it.
Put $30 on it right now.
And next
Kobe.
time we'll see who
It was
wins.
Kobe said it.
Right.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna be $30 richer because my man's he messed up. But yeah, Kobe said that. So just remember, you're not behind in life.
Yeah.
Just continue moving forward. Is you either
Keep
gonna
your eyes on the
succeed-
prize. LeBron said that.
We are
Put money.
Gifted Eyez
LeBron said it.
podcast.
Put 30. Yeah,
Next
Kobe
time,
said it.
right.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna be $30 richer because my man's